Your weather guy here, back with another video update. So this video, we're going to talk about some major changes that we're seeing taking place in the overall weather pattern, and then we'll touch on the tropics as well. It's been awfully quiet out there, but we are heading into the peak of hurricane season. So we'll touch on maybe what to expect over the next couple weeks as we go forward there. But first, got to ask you, this is a brand new channel. So if you would not mind, please hit that subscribe button. Would greatly appreciate it. The channel's not going anywhere. We're going to bring you some good content as far as the overall weather pattern goes. Tropical activity, I guess, spoiler alert, we are expecting tropical activity to pick up over the next couple of weeks. So we'll keep you updated on that. As well as the upcoming winter. We just did a video actually on some interesting things that we're starting to see taking shape in regards to the upcoming winter. Over the next couple weeks and months, we're going to bring you a lot of content as far as that stuff goes. And these videos are going to be very direct, to the point, without a whole lot of fluff. So if that's your kind of thing, if you don't mind, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. But let's jump into it. So right now we're taking a look at 2-meter temperature anomalies, and what we can see is below normal temperatures in the west coast, in the southern and eastern part of the United States, and some heat starting to build in the central part of the United States. And so what we're going to see, actually let's go back a couple days because this is interesting. So just a couple days ago, this is what that map looked like. You can see all the blues and some purples indicating some much below normal temperatures over much of the United States. So you can see how that it's eroded just within a couple days. So things are changing. They're changing in a big way, and they're going to continue to change in a big way. So the heat is really going to start to build in the central part of the United States first, and then it's going to gradually spread eastward as next week goes on. So I hope you enjoyed the below normal temperatures. That's going to change. It's going to change in a big way. West Coast, you're going to be below normal for the next couple days, but you're going to heat up as well. And then that heat on the West Coast doesn't look like it's going anywhere. That pattern is just going to set in. It looks like for at least the next couple of weeks. That's how it looks now, unfortunately. But let's talk about the heat in the central part of the United States. That's where it's going to build first. And then, as we said, it's going to gradually bleed eastward. And you can see those below normal readings in the southern and eastern part of the United States. They get beat back even further, and they're going to be wiped out as we go into early next week. As far as what we're talking about with these temperatures well into the 90s and even low 100s. I think we're seeing maybe mid, 104, 105 type readings in the southern part of the United States, Tennessee Valley, Illinois, Great Lakes. You're not going to escape this. You're actually maybe one of the first to see this type of heat come back. But how long does it last? So interesting things as we go through next week. As we look a little further north in the northern plains, we start to see those blues start to show up. They are going to spread eastward, but I think they're going to kind of settle across the central United States. So let's go into next weekend. So we do see some relief coming for the central part of the United States in the form of those below normal temperatures, and they're going to hang out. I think that's going to be the theme starting next week, going forward for probably another week or two, it looks like. So that's the place to be if you like cooler temperatures. So it should be pretty comfortable for you out there, especially after dealing with the heat this coming week. Eastern part of the United States is going to take a little bit longer. I think as we head into the first week of September, those above normal readings get beat back a little bit, but it's still going to be quite warm for this time of year. And as we head late into next week, we'll start to see some relief. Start to see return to temperatures, maybe even a little bit below normal. I think for the most part, it's gonna settle kind of around normal, which would be nice change, especially we head into meteorological fall, which actually starts on September 1st and head towards football season. So the weather will be, at least for the most part of the United States, will feel more fall-like or early fall-like. Western part of the United States, as you can see, those reds just aren't going anywhere. So yes, sorry to be the bearer of bad news. If you're on the West Coast there, you're gonna have to be a little patient as far as those cooler temperatures go. Let's switch gears a little bit, talk about the tropics. Much has been made about the rapid cooling of the sea surface temperatures in the Atlantic Ocean. But as you can see here, these are current anomalies right now. Plenty of warm water still out there, plenty of fuel for these tropical storms. We just don't have any right now. So we'll take a look at that, and we can see how quiet it is. There's absolutely nothing out there right now. But as we said at the beginning of the video, we are headed towards the peak of hurricane season. So things are most likely going to change. I mean, historically, that's That's what the numbers tell us. But also, if we look at the models, we can see off the coast of Africa here, we have some tropical waves moving across. These tropical waves have not been doing much of anything once they get off the coast, but that does look like that's going to change a little bit as the upper air pattern gets a little bit more favorable, and the European ensembles is showing that, right? It's showing, if you actually focus down here across the main development region, these red numbers, that's low pressure. So it's starting to indicate that these tropical waves are going to survive a little bit longer. If they survive long enough, it could be a threat. And that is just what the European ensemble is hinting at here. So this is Thursday, so this is September 5th, and if we zoom in right above the islands here, you can see that. Look at all those low pressure systems. So this is tropical activity that the European ensembles are hinting at. And it's developing some of these pretty deeply too. We got 955 millibars there. We have actually a couple in the 950 range. So again, plenty of fuel. So these storms, if the ingredients come together, can deepen quite a bit. So don't let your guard down just because it's been quiet. That does look like it's about to change pretty soon too. Where these systems go, or where this specific threat goes, to be determined. It's still too far out at this point in time, but in the next couple days, week or so, start to fine tune that a little bit. The other thing I want to point out is if you are in the northwest Gulf of Mexico, Texas, Louisiana, over the Florida Panhandle, don't let your guard down. I would not be surprised in the next 7 to 10 days if something tries to pop there. So we'll see what happens with that. That's it for now. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.